Golfers might look like the calmest athletes in the world, but trust me, going from leading the scoreboard to staring at defeat, that can leave even the greatest players terrified. That being said, these are the most terrifying moments in golf history. Sorry to interrupt. If you want to help me build this channel so I can create more content, click that subscribe button and like this video. First on our list is the moment Tiger Woods got ambushed by a guy nobody even knew. At the 2009 PGA Championship, Tiger did what Tiger does best. He led after 3 rounds. In case you didn't know, up until that day, whenever Tiger led going into the final round of a major, he always won. He was basically the final boss of golf. So, when Sunday rolled around, fans were already engraving his name on the trophy. But then, this soft-spoken guy from South Korea named Y.E. Yang came along with a golf bag full of dreams and no fear. He stared Tiger down like he had nothing to lose, and honestly, he didn't. Ranked 110th in the world, Yang was supposed to be happy just making the cut. Instead, he turned into a golfing ninja. His eagle on the 14th hole wasn't just impressive, it was a straight-up dagger that flipped the momentum like a pancake. And, unbelievably, Tiger started missing fairways and misreading putts. You could literally feel the pressure swallowing him. By the time they reached the 18th hole, Yang slammed the door shut with a birdie so clean, it probably gave Tiger nightmares. This was the first time someone had ever taken down Tiger when he was leading a major. And fans stared like they just watched Superman get beat by a substitute gym leader. But if you thought that was terrifying for Tiger Woods fans, wait for what's coming next. Now, here comes the golf story no one believed, even as it happened. In 2003, Ben Curtis rolled into the Open Championship as a nobody. He was number 396 in the world. So yeah, he was definitely a nobody. He was playing in his very first major championship and was basically there for the free snacks and the cool souvenir cap. Even his friends probably told him, just enjoy the experience. But Curtis didn't just enjoy it, he turned it into a career-defining moment.
The winner of the gold medal and the champion golfer for the year is Ben Curtis.
The winds were wild, the course was tricky, and every big-name golfer was choking under pressure like it was allergy season. But not Ben. He played smart, like a robot programmed to ignore nerves. Meanwhile, poor Thomas Bjorn had the whole thing wrapped up. 2 shots ahead and with 3 holes to go, he looked ready to finally snag a major. But then, that demon of a bunker on the 16th hole ate his hopes for lunch. 3 swings, 1 hole, complete meltdown. And before you know it, Curtis stood 1 shot ahead of legends like Bjorn and Vijay Singh. Curtis won, and the golf world exploded in confusion. Speaking of confusion, let's talk about the next guy who wasn't supposed to win anything, yet walked away with a trophy and left everyone blinking like they'd just seen a ghost. You ever hear someone's name and think, who? Well, that's how people felt when Shaun Micheel won the 2003 PGA Championship. This dude had never won a PGA Tour event, not one. He didn't even have his own Wikipedia page yet. By all logic, he should have been home mowing his lawn or something. But no, Micheel rolled into Oak Hill with a plan to terrify his opponents. And when I say opponents, I mean legends like Tiger Woods and Ernie Els. And then, here's Micheel, just calmly putting together one solid round after another. No fireworks, no ego, just pure grit. He got to the final round tied for the lead, which was already shocking. But he didn't stop there. While others stumbled under the Sunday spotlight, Micheel played like he'd done it 100 times before. And then came the final hole. This dude hits a 7-iron from 175 yards out, and the ball lands 2 inches from the cup. Yeah, 2 freaking inches. That's not a golf shot. That's a stunt move that struck fear into the hearts of the competition. He tapped it in, beat Chad Campbell by 2 strokes, and basically disappeared afterward. But for one weekend, he was king. But if this made you drop your drink, wait until you hear how this next golfer almost gave his fans a heart attack. Now, here's a golf tragedy that still haunts fans to this day. Greg Norman, aka The Shark. He was in perfect form at the 1996 Masters. The guy had a 6-shot lead going into the final round, so there was no way he'd lose. But guess what? He did. He lost the lead so badly that for his fans, it felt like watching a slow-motion car crash. From the start of Sunday's round, Norman's shot started missing just a little too far right or just a little too short, almost as if an invisible force was flicking the ball away from the hole. And this was happening on national TV in front of millions.
If only Greg could make eagle. That was to be his last chance.
Meanwhile, Nick Faldo was creeping up the leaderboard like a horror movie serial killer you didn't see coming. Faldo didn't just play well, he made 0 mistakes. Meanwhile, Norman started unraveling like a roll of toilet paper in a hurricane. For a guy who'd been cruising, he lost by 5 strokes. That's an 11-shot swing. The look on his face, it says it all. Like a man who just watched his dog run away with his wedding ring. The fans were stunned. Even Faldo gave Norman a hug after it ended, because honestly, it was that painful to watch. Just when you think you've seen it all though, Rory McIlroy finds a new way to turn a Masters dream into a full-blown nightmare.
Aggressive, free-flowing, that's what he wanted to do. Keep it going. I think it's a good one.
But before we get into it, hit that subscribe button and like this video to help us grow the channel and keep making great golf content. At the 2011 Masters, Rory McIlroy looked like he was walking on clouds all week. People were already printing the headlines, calling him the next Tiger Woods. He was only 21, but he made Augusta National look like his backyard. Then came Sunday, the day it all fell apart. Was it nerves? Was it pressure? Or was it a ghost hiding in Amen Corner? Who knows, but whatever it was, it hit hard. On the 10th tee, Rory stepped up and hit what can only be described as a UFO launch. That ball flew into a galaxy far, far away and landed next to a cabin so far off course it might have needed a GPS to find. His triple bogey, that was just the start of a full-on implosion. He 4-putted on the 12th and his swing looked like he was being pranked with invisible fishing wire. He wasn't just missing shots, he was unraveling in real time. The broadcast kept cutting back to him like a bad horror movie you couldn't stop watching. You could feel the silence in the crowd and the tension on every face as Rory shot an 80. That's the kind of score you post when you're late for your tee time and play in sandals. It was one of those days where every swing felt cursed. And speaking of curses, wait till you hear what happened to Sergio Garcia in his big debut.
You small children, don't watch this.
Yeah, no, this is through in the left rough.
Look at him, he's quick too. Oh my goodness, he hit it on the green. Oh, that's unbelievable.
Spoiler alert, it wasn't pretty. So, Sergio Garcia was supposed to be the next big thing. He was a young Spanish star with a ton of talent. Everyone was hyping him up. Then, he showed up to the 1999 British Open and shot a hideous 83. And no, I'm not making that up. This was the Golden Boy's big arrival on the major stage, a prodigy with a swing so smooth it could put you to sleep. But of course, the course at Carnoustie didn't care about the hype. It just dragged Sergio through the mud and left grass stains on his confidence. People expected him to contend, maybe even win. He was supposed to be the one who would challenge Tiger in the long run. His putter was cold, his iron play was all over the place, and by the time he reached the back nine, the only thing he was leading was the cameras zoomed in on his teary eyes like it was the final scene of a sad sports movie. Spit him out in front of the world. But hang on, because we're not quite done yet. Dustin Johnson's US Open meltdown in 2010 might be one of the wildest collapses you've ever heard of. So, Dustin Johnson came into the final round of the 2010 US Open with a 3-shot lead. The guy was driving the ball like Thor swinging a hammer. It felt like nothing could go wrong. And then, boom, right from the jump, things got weird. His second hole, triple bogey. Then the third hole, double bogey. At this point, the scorecard was turning into a mystery novel. How does one of the best ball strikers on the planet suddenly forget how to play golf? He looked dazed, like he just woke up in a sand trap and forgot how he got there. The swing that launched rockets all week now looked like it came with a broken instruction manual. I know the USGA setup at Pebble Beach can be brutal, but this was something else. He couldn't find a fairway, he couldn't save par, he couldn't even fake confidence. By the 4th hole, his shot ended up in a spot that might as well have required a search party. His body language said it all. You could tell he knew the dream was over and had quickly become a nightmare. Unfortunately, he had to still keep playing, and man, it was tough to watch. He finished with an 82, 8 over par, and just like that, the win was gone. Golf can be cruel, but this felt personal. He finished tied for 11th and went from leader to almost off the leaderboard in a matter of hours. But it gets worse. Just wait to hear what happened to this next guy. Now, imagine stepping up to a short par 3 and making a 13. And that's not a joke, I mean a real 13. That's what Tom Weiskopf did at the 12th hole during the 1980 Masters. Now, the 12th hole at Augusta is legendary. Yes, it's short, but that creek in front has been eating golf balls since the dinosaurs. Plenty of legends have crumbled there, but Weiskopf's moment stands alone in the hall of what the hell just happened. He stepped up, took his swing, and splash. Ball 1 into Ray's Creek. Okay, reset, another swing, splash again. It was basically rinse and repeat, literally. He kept firing at the pin like it owed him money, and Ray's Creek, well, it just kept laughing. 5 balls sunk in, and it was like the water had magnets in it or something. Commentators couldn't believe it. Fans were stunned. The whole thing was like watching someone trying to put out fire with gasoline. You wanted to look away, but you just couldn't. It was live sport at its strangest, a total collapse, televised in all its slow-motion glory. By the time he finished the hole with a 13, the tournament wasn't even a thought anymore. He just wanted to survive. And the most painful part, he still had to play the rest of the round. That's like stubbing your toe and still having to run a marathon. Now, which of these nightmarish situations do you find the most bizarre? Let us know in the comments below. If you find this video interesting, click to subscribe to help us create more amazing golf content.